Going back to get restarted with their advantage. Snapping a pass to Kane. Their country's power play has come to an end. They have to practice this. Continues on back a little farther. Continues through the neutral zone. Comes on back for reinforcement. In their own end, keeps it going. Letang's tripped up. That should be a penalty. Tripped up on the play, and there will be a penalty. Play is stopped, and now we'll hear the call. And we get another penalty. The referee goes to the penalty timekeeper.
Well, we know this, Doc. There are a few penalties on the ice. Let's let the referees make the decision, and we can talk about it.
Penalty to number 27.
Tie up and help from the winger. Offside stops the clock.
Number 18, James Neal, 2 minutes for tripping. Rockets penalty to number 92, 2 minutes for tripping, 2 minutes for tripping.
A bit over 5 minutes gone in this period. All of the scoring has come from one side. 4 of them. Good reach there. And he regroups. Chicago's lugging it along in their own end, shifting gears. Perry's tripped, and a penalty should be coming. They've vacated the goal crease so they can go with that extra man. The exchange is made. Chicago's in their own end, setting things up. Wanting to generate something here in the defensive zone. And he's tripped, and there'll be a penalty. And we get a penalty here. The referee strides over to hand it out. Add another penalty to this total.
Well, there's so much going on down there, Doc. It's really hard to tell what the referees might call.
Rockets penalty to number 19.
Good job on that face-off, tying the man up. Hoping to get some back by dropping back.
TJ Brody, 2 minutes for tripping.
In the defensive zone, continuing on. Directing that one to Perry. Tripped up on the play, and there will be a penalty. And we get a penalty. The referee to the table, a player to the box. The cage is vacant. Chance-taking time. So important to win the next face-off now.
Rockets penalty to number 88.
The draw, the tie-up, and his team prevails.
7 minutes, 12 seconds.
Chicago's got it in their own end. The power play unit has to recoil and try yet again. And he's tripped, and there'll be a penalty. Decides to go back into his own end to get something started. The goalie gets to the bench. Still, there's time on this delayed call. Tripped up on the play, and there will be a penalty. Whistle blown, play stopped. The referee will hand out a penalty. And we get another penalty. The referee to the scorer's table.
I'm going to give credit to the puck carrier here. He kept his legs moving. He forced the back checker to reach in and take him off his feet.
Rockets penalty to number
Good job tying the man up on the face-off. Teammate comes in.
2 minutes for tripping and 2 minutes for tripping. Time of the penalty, 8 minutes.
And he's tripped, and there'll be a penalty. Has gone back into his own end. Extra man over the boards on this delayed penalty call. Chicago starting from their own zone. Pitching it to Kane. Decides to drop back a bit and look it over. Goes back into his own end of the ice to see how things are developing. Cuts through. Took a look, didn't like what he saw, so he will circle back. Kane's tripped up. That should be a penalty. Still has control in the defensive zone. Will turn back into his own end and look over his options. Carried toward the neutral zone. Waiting behind his own goal. Started out just like in practice. He goes back into his own end. Kane's tripped, and a penalty should be coming. One team is going to be short from this. Let's see what the call is. Play stops, and still another penalty.
I love how the referees are communicating here, trying to figure out exactly what took place so we can figure out the penalty calls.
Rockets penalty to number 45.
Grabbed, the two centermen tied up, but there was a good reach there. Right along the blue line to Perry.
Marlowe, 2 minutes for tripping and 2 minutes for tripping. Time of the penalties, 11.
Up the wing, he continues possession. Perry's tripped up. That should be a penalty. Goalie to the bench on the delayed call. Extra man is out. Bear Country's moving the puck in their own end. Pass attempt to Perry. Can't seem to find a play there, so he'll go back and reset. Perry's tripped, and a penalty should be coming. Bear Country's in their own end, lugging it along. And he'll keep possession in the defensive zone. Carried out of his own end towards center ice. Dropped on back further. Drops on back behind his own net. Head up as he carries it in his own end. Moving it now in the defensive zone. In neutral ice, he continues. A return back. Up the wing, he keeps on going. Thinking maybe his goalie's got a better idea. Closer to him now. Wheels it on behind his own net and looks. Pitching this one to Kane. Decides to go back and see if his goalie's got any better ideas. Will hope a breakout occurs from behind the net. And in their own end, looking for options. Continues on back a little further. Kane's tripped up. That should be a penalty. Decides to go back to his own end to try and get out. Carried out of his own end towards center. And he retreats back from center ice. Looking to Lindros. Chicago's controlling the play at center ice. He retreats now, getting back to his own end. Goes back a little further. Bear Country's in their own end and controlling play now. Hoping for better things if he turns back. And he carries it in the defensive zone. Looking for some help back in his own end. Looking to head man or do anything to get it out of the defensive zone. He goes back now behind his own net. And still with it in their own end. Tripped up on the play, and there will be a penalty. Out of their own end and still with it. And he's tripped, and there'll be a penalty. He's turned back now to the defensive zone. Bear Country's in their own end, hopefully shifting from defense to offense here. Trying to generate something from behind his own net. So we're into the last minute. All is academic here. He's in retreat now in his defensive zone. Moving it now in their own end. Trying to go to Kane. He's in his own end of the ice now. And what's up? Waiting behind his own goal to start it out, just like in practice. We'll hope a breakout occurs from behind the net. Skating in his own end. Turns around back in his own end to try and get something better. Drops on back behind his own net. And he carries it in the defensive zone. And he continues with it in his own end. Decides to curl back a little further. Chicago's power play has let them down again. So that is it for this one. Thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed it. For Eddie and Ray, Doc saying good night all.